Hey guys, so the makeup look I'm going to be doing today is from Taylor Swift's Bad Blood music video, and it's the cut crease look. So I'm starting off by rubbing in my Stila CC cream in light all over my face. The next thing that I'm going to be going in after this is my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Siberia, and I'm using my Sigma flat top kabuki brush to just rub that in all over my face. And I'm using this to get nice full coverage foundation just because she does have very nice skin, and you want to have very clear skin and a nice even base when you're going to be going in with a dark look. Next I'm going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Chantilly. So once that's all applied, I'm going to be blending it in with my Sigma Taper Top Kabuki brush, just that way I can get into the corner of my eye and make sure that everything's nice and even with the brush bristles itself. I actually really like this brush for concealer. It's really nice for blending everything out, and it makes sure that it doesn't get cakey and you don't get too much under your eyes. So then I'm going in with my Bare Study Pro-Longwear Paint Pot from MAC, and I'm just going to be putting that over my lid to create a nice light base, but also that way my eyeshadow doesn't crease throughout the day and doesn't start to wear off. Then I'm going in with my Naked Basics palette by Urban Decay, and I'm just going to be using those two shades there, and I'm going to put them together and blend them all over my lid. And I'm just going to take that shade of brown there and start doing the shape, and this look is a very angled cut crease, so I just want to make sure that I have that shape there, and this is a cool toned brown, so I'm going to use this cool toned brown before I go in with my gray, which I'm going to be doing next. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to be going in, like I said, is with this gray, and I'm going to take that on the same brush and just go over the shape that I've already done a little bit closer to the inside of it. I don't want to get too close to the edges with this color yet, but I'm just going to use it to darken up that cut crease shape, and also just to bring it more into that cool tone gray and away from the brown. Because the color of Taylor Swift's eyes in the video is more that gray, almost black, but you still see a little bit of the taupe look, which is helpful when you have the brown underneath. And the next thing that I'm going to be doing is actually taking the same gray and a little bit of the brown and running those colors closer to the inner corner of my eye, just to bring it down almost into that cat shape. I'm going to be sharpening that up with liner afterwards. And then I'm also just bringing that up and blending it all the way out, that way it's nice and smooth. And then once I've shaded in that little triangle on the end of the wing, I'm going to be taking that color under my eyes as well, because this is a very much a rimmed look, because the liner is also going to be going underneath my eyes as well as over top. Because you want your eyes to almost be silhouetted by the makeup in this. It's very much a look that frames your eyes and makes sure that everything looks really nice. So the next thing, once I've filled in the underneath, I'm going to just sharpen up the line on the top there and just darken it a little bit more. Then I'm going to be taking an angled fluffy brush and going in with those white and silver eyeshadows, and I'm just going to be patting that all over my lid to lighten that up a little bit, just that way that middle color isn't too beige. You want to have a bit of that silver tone in there, that way it blends in nicely with the gray and the rest of the makeup look. Okay, then I'm just going to take that same color and run it a bit over the top of the wing to blend that color out slightly, because it isn't perfectly sharpened, so I want to make sure that just around the edges of it, it blends only a little bit. You don't want it to be smoky, but I don't want it to be a completely harsh line either, so I'm just going over it a bit. Then I'm going in with my MAC Blacktrack liner and just filling in the very edge of the shape of the liner. So I'm doing along my waterline and then a little bit along the lash line at the top of the lashes. And I'm going just along where I have the eyeshadow. I'm also going to be taking it into that inner corner where I brought the shadow down to create that cat eye effect. And there we go, there's where it's going to be on the top of the lashes. Then once I've actually filled in all along the top of the lashes right there, I'm going to take what's left on my brush and just run it along the edge of the cut crease shape. Just follow where I want it to be the darkest, just to get a bit of that excess product off there to make it darker. Then I'm taking my mascara and just making my lashes nice and black. That way when I go in with false lashes, they blend nicely. There we go. Okay, so once I'm going to be done with my mascara, after I finish the top lashes, I'm actually going to be taking that same mascara and going over my bottom lashes. Because this is a very rimmed makeup look, I want to make sure that my bottom lashes don't get lost in the shadow that I have underneath my eyes. Okay, next I'm going to be taking a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and just going over my eyebrows and making them a little bit more defined. Now I don't want them to be too sharp, but my brows were giving me a bit of trouble today, so I'm just filling them in along the bottom first and then taking a little bit of the remaining product and bringing that up onto the top of my brows, just that way they're not completely harshly outlined the entire way around. Once I'm done with the brows, I'm going to be taking my Velour lashes and I'm just putting those on with a little bit of Duo Lash Adhesive. And this was kind of fun, so I skipped over some of the troubles I had with these. Then I'm going in with my Tanarama lipstick from MAC, and this is just a nice frosty white because Taylor's lips in this look are very pale, they're very white, just because this is the one where she's with frost, so I think it fits with the theme. And that's the finished look, guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this and have a good day.